there's some people still getting food, I just want to give you a little rundown of the evening. So first, thank you all for coming and being here. We have free soup, and we have pies that you can pay for, I believe $3 a slice. And I just wanted to introduce the people that have organized this. They're around, but it's our local 350 Vermont group. And so we're calling ourselves 350 Brattleboro. Yeah! We've been organizing together since this summer. So I'm going to just tell you who was working to make tonight happen. Nancy Browse, Daniel Quip, Victoria Roberts, Peter Merritt, Mark Tully, I don't know if he's here right now just yet, but Hector Lopez, Abby Minuckin, who is in Standing Rock or on her way right now, Phoebe Gooding, myself, and I don't think I missed, oh, and Amanda Whiting, there she is, at the door. And Joe Frigo! So we've put this together because we feel like the time is crucial for us to act and do something, and to stand with Standing Rock, because on two levels for the climate crisis that we're in, and also for the human rights issues right now that are happening out there. So that's really important for us, because everyone and everything on this planet deserves respect. So, we're hoping to get money together tonight and send that money out to Standing Rock, either for legal fees or for firewood supplies that they need. So, and just to say, okay, so let me give you a rundown of the evening. In a minute, I'll introduce our first speaker, and then we're going to have a belly dance performance by Cyndall Ellis, and Ruth Garvis will play at 6 o'clock. She'll play music, and then at 6:30 we'll end the evening with Spirit Collective Band playing some music. So, yeah. Okay, so the first speaker tonight is Lisa Sparrow, and she's going to maybe share some of her experiences at Standing Rock.
So thank you. Shout out to 350 Vermont again. I feel like we all saw each other, or I saw you for the last time on the streets of New York City. What was that, a year and a little bit ago? So 350 Vermont nonetheless has kept going, and I'm very grateful for this great organization. So I'm going to really just talk from who I am. You know, I think many of you know, and you'll run out the door screaming, that I'm a pastor of a church. I'm the pastor of the Guilford Church, which is a progressive Christian church. And the call to the healing of the planet is really top of the list for at least the United Church of Christ churches. And Fred, where are you? Fred Taylor is one of the big voices for that movement. So I just wanted to, I hope you saw him. He really is an extraordinary teacher of environmental studies. So the environmental part is something that is in my heart, but I don't know it quite so much. But I come from the background, for some of you who don't know me, I just want to kind of come out of the closet on the pastor thing. I also want to talk about the fact that I taught at SIT, which is a school for national training, for a long time, 30 years, intercultural communication. So this is something that, those are probably two things that you'll hear from me. I'm going to try to tell you a little bit about I'm going to take about 20 minutes, I hope, tell you a little bit of my story of what it was like to be there, which I think is probably what you really would like to hear. And then I would like to talk a little bit about cautions, I guess I would say, for all, I suspect many of you will end up going, and I encourage you to go, but I also have some advice. I'm very, I don't know if I want to call it advice, I'm very grateful to John Willis, who many of you probably know. He is the inspiration for Insight Photography. They have been working on the Pine Ridge Reservation for 18 years. So he's very, he's very embedded into the culture of the Lakota people. And when I went out, he gave me some tips about ways to come to the sacred fire there. He actually gave me a big bag of cedar that someone here maybe had dried for him, and it was as if I was carrying gold when I arrived at the sacred fire. So some of these more sacramental offerings are things that are very important. But I'm going to back up a little bit and just tell you, I've taken teens from this community, it's an interfaith youth group, for the last 2 summers to La Plante, South Dakota, which is 2 hours downstream from Standing Rock. And when we go, there's just a hose where we can wash our hands. We don't shower for the entire week. And if we want to bathe, we go to the Missouri River. When we go to the Missouri River, we go with all the children of this community, which is a very impoverished community. And they delight in that river, as muddy as it is, and it is muddy. They call it the Old Muddy for a reason. But it's also a cool respite. So that I will say that my call to go had much more to do with the thought of any sort of impoverishment of that river for this community that is so dear to me. Now it goes on down. The Missouri goes all the way down to the Gulf, I'm pretty sure, and 10 million people are affected by it. So I will own up to the fact I don't know enough about the Missouri River to know more than about this little village of La Plante. But even that village would be terribly affected. And there are people there who I care about, and I wanted to take them. So I had been planning to go last week. As it turned out, the local clergy person, who's an Episcopal priest, his name is Reverend Floberg, was asked, or it was suggested to him that he might call some clergy to stand with people as a sort of solidarity. And I was on a list, like the 350 list, of clergy concerned with environmental things. And I got that call, and it was like lightning struck through me that I wanted to be there. So we were supposed to be 100 people, and we ended up being 500 people, more than 500, from all different faith traditions. And I want to talk a little bit more about that to kind of fill you out. But I also want to mention that I had been to the Zen Peacemakers camp, which is Bernie Glassman, and he's a Witness for Peace person that works with the Holocaust. And this is the thread that I really want to put forth to you today, because yes, it's an environmental movement. It certainly is a human rights moment, but it's also, Standing Rock is really a community of reconciliation. It's a place where some of the sins and pain of the last centuries are being reconciled before our very eyes, and it's very palpable. And I think that's why people want to go, is that it's as if some of our past is being laid to rest, and there's a sense that we can work together to do something pretty amazing, and it does feel amazing when you're out there. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't realize that there are people every day, young people in particular, indigenous people, and people like you who are being shot with rubber bullets, who are being arrested for nonviolent demonstrations. So there are things going on, but there's also a sacred fire that burns all day, every day, all night, and that someone is always guarding the fire, and they're continually bringing prayers from around the world. So there's that energy that is happening alongside the demonstrations, and that energy, along with the gifts that people bring, is the most palpable energy. So I wanted to just tell you a little bit about sort of the magic of it, because to me it feels magic. So I arrived at the airport with an African-American man named Wayne Roster, who works for the PICO organization. I don't know if you know that, but it's an organization that was in Ferguson. he does Moral Mondays. He's a really committed person, and arriving and to pick him up was a young man who you'll see on YouTube, whose name is Thomas George. I don't know if any of you saw the last demonstration, but he's a young person from Klamath, California. He met us, and I was ecstatic to meet somebody from there. I didn't realize he was important, but I said, I'm here ready to do whatever, and he said, well, take me to Walmart. So I'm just being kind of specific so that you kind of understand the random aspect of it. Now, I will tell you, I never go to Walmart here, ever. But he said go to Walmart, so I went to Walmart, and we bought about $100 worth of propane little gas things to use for a stove because they're heating with propane. We bought a whole lot of pickles, and we bought hot pads. And that's sort of an example. And to me, I was like, what is that with the pickles? We literally bought those 2 jars that are like this, really big, and then some hot pads for the fire because they're cooking over wood fires. So that was fine. He went off with Dwayne, and I prepared to go the next day. I walked over the hill the next morning into the camp, and there are thousands and thousands of people there. And I just kind of aimed to the right, thinking I would circle around. And there he was, randomly waving, said, hey, Lisa. So it was one of those experiences for me that it was as if there was this thread that was intended to go through it. So I went to his camp. I'm originally from California. It was the California camp. And I spent, so that was my tribe, I decided. And I spent the day cutting up buffalo, which was pretty interesting, which just happened to be the thing to do. And as I was cutting and talking to the woman who was my age, who was there, people came in. Young people, old people, people who had been out at the river, and I could hear their stories. And so my job was really to listen and then to give them some food to eat, because we'd also made some soup for them to have. And pickles was the thing. I will tell you. They would come from the river and they would want a pickle. I don't know what that's about, but I'm just telling you, it was random. So take pickles. I'm not sure what that is, but it was definitely a thing. So that's just to show you, it was very sacred and very random, both at the same time. That night, I went to, I don't know how I'm doing for time. I better speed it up. Okay. I went to this gathering of 500 clergy, and it was a gathering that's very typically, what at least for the Lakota people has come to seem typical for me, where it's people telling stories of their past. And basically what the orientation was telling us the significance of this land. So it is the river, but it's also the land on either side of the river that people had been murdered there by other tribes, as well as by white people. There had been really significant events that had happened there, so that one of the things they were helping us understand was that, yes, it's about the environment, but it's also about land that has been sacred to their people for thousands of years. And once you start hearing stories about, oh, this happened there and this happened there, you look at the land in a different way. And that was part of, I think, what they felt we needed to know. Central to that, and this is a part of the story that I really want you to be able to hear, was them talking about the significance of the doctrine of discovery, which was put out by the Pope when Christopher Columbus discovered America. I know this seems random, but at least the people of the Black Hills have really latched on to this doctrine as something that needs to be repudiated. And so for many, many years, I would say 40 years, they've been traveling to the Pope, and I'm talking about native elders, traveling to the Pope as well as to the World Council of Churches. And in 2015, the World Council of Churches, which is about 200 different denominations, finally did this repudiation. Now, that did not include the Catholics, but all these denominations repudiated the fact that this doctrine of discovery put out by the Pope said that if you discover new lands and if the people are willing to convert to Christianity, then they are welcome to stay. If they're not, then you kill them, which of course happened all over the Americas. And I'm sorry to say that it did. And they claim that it's those words on that paper that has been sort of at the seed of the domination that has happened of indigenous peoples and the seed of the diminishment of our connection to the earth, which the indigenous peoples have. So my role then the next day was to be with 500 clergy. We had representatives of 7 denominations who have themselves now put out this repudiation, and the UCC is one, to stand before the 7 elders of the 7 nations, repudiate the doctrine, and then burn 7 copies in Latin of the papal bulls. And so I was present as this happened, and it was very, very meaningful for me. Now, I know that a lot of other things go on, and I know that you know that a lot of things go on, and we see the demonstrations, but I'm telling you that story first because it was central to my experience, but also to kind of help you understand that what we're doing now is reconciling thousands of years of, or we're coming to terms with the fact that they've been there for thousands of years and we are new, and we have done a lot of things which we need to ask forgiveness for. So after that, then people went up to the Capitol and did a forgiveness demonstration that day. And there were some clergy who chose to be jailed for nonviolent demonstrations that day. All the while, this fire is burning. All the while, people are bringing food, bringing firework, putting up yurts, making food, also going out to the river. So there's always somebody kind of guarding the water and standing forth. There were policemen who quit their jobs because they didn't want to have to, they didn't feel comfortable with what they were doing. Yeah. So the manner of people in relationship to the police and the Army Corps of Engineers is another really extraordinary thing. That we had 4 words which were peaceful, reverent, nonviolent, and lawful. Those were the things that we clergy were committed to doing. But other people are willing to do things that are less so. But they're always trying to work in a way that is conciliatory with this. Then finally, after that, the next afternoon, and a couple people asked me about going out, and I will tell you, I guess without too much shame, that I chose to stay at the casino. The casino is just up the road. It's a couple, maybe 5 miles up the road, and all the proceeds go to the Standing Rock tribe. And it's the one place where there's internet that is trustworthy sometimes. And there's also water, which is a precious commodity. So for the rest of that day then, I shuttled people back and forth to my hotel room so that they could shower. And that became a way for me to get to know people and to hear their stories. So at first I had the assumption that they would like to be left alone to shower. And that, in fact, turned out not to be the case, is once they realized I was just waiting outside, they had me come in. So they would come in and they would start talking about their stories of their lives I, again, was with the Klamath Indian tribe, so they were just telling me about their lives in Klamath and some of the ceremonies that they're doing, their lives. And most of them have just given up whatever job they're doing and are just staying there. And friends, just like you, some of you send some money to people that are there. Their families do the same thing to support them being there. So, trying to think if there's any other crucial piece of it to give a sense of it. But I did decide. I guess the one other thing I would say is that there's constantly smoke. Which is an interesting phenomenon. And when I came home for about 2 weeks, I felt like I could still, I don't know that I can do it today, but I know you do smudging sometimes and that your nostrils are filled with the smell of the sage for quite a while. That is a place too where there's all kinds of smoke going and you come back feeling as if you're still connected through the smoke to the other place. And for me, that was beautiful because I really wanted to have that feeling of connection. And there are people who still Facebook me, I Facebook them, and we're connected in that way, and we're all tracking what's going on. So I think I haven't been too focused, but at least you have a feel for what it was like and for some of the important things. I do feel that the idea of the reconciliation of our peoples in relationship to the earth is really the primary thing that I took away. And I wanted to read Black Elk. Actually, I'm going to read two things and then I'll close. So Black Elk wrote many wonderful things. I hope you've read it. It's a mystical writing that is extraordinary. He said, "The first peace, which is the most important, is that which comes within the souls of people when they realize their relationship, their oneness with the universe and all its powers, and when they realize that at the center of the universe dwells the Great Spirit, and that this center is really everywhere. It is within each of us." And I copied that because I feel like that's what the camp is like. There's a sacred fire that's burning, and even though I'm very far away and here we are, there's some connectivity of us to that fire when we kind of come together around our shared purpose and our true connection. To end on a 350 Vermont note, Thomas Berry, who was an evolutionary theologian, wrote, "If the Rhine, the Yellow, the Mississippi rivers are changed to poison, so too are the rivers in the trees, in the birds, and in the humans changed to poison, almost simultaneously. There's only one river on the planet Earth, and it has multiple tributaries, many of which flow through the veins of sentient creatures." So I wish you peace. I thank you for being here, and I want you to trust that everything you do and every good thought you think is truly connecting to that extraordinary thing that's happening out there. We have the privilege of watching it happen.
Thank you, Lisa. One more. Thank you. So, I was just listening to you and thinking about something that I heard recently, and somebody asked Bill McKibben, who is the founder of 350.org, what should an individual do, or something like that, and he replied that the best thing for an individual right now, the best thing for them to do is to not be an individual. So I would just like to encourage everyone here to, get with your community, to organize with them. I would encourage you to sign our email sign-up sheet, but even if it's not with the 350 Vermont group or 350 Brattleboro, that you are in your community and working together and coming together to make solutions and changes.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
It's all about the connection. I realized I never got to my caution thing. So the one thing I did want to say is that I think it's so important to make sure that you give money, if you're giving money to the Standing Rock tribe, to really acknowledge that this is their land and not to have us come in and start deciding that they need to do something else with their resources. So as much as possible to honor the indigenous people there, if you possibly can, and to go in a way that is ceremonial and respectful of what they're trying to do.
So I'm going to introduce our next performer, and we might maybe have to move a little and open up a little space for some belly dance. And so from Sobo Studios, Cindel Ellis. Thank you. tonight to give in honor of them.
Okay, let's do it. All right.
Sure. To let you down, that's just the way it is. One friend to get you through the day. One friend never goes away. Only one friend who understands, never let you down. Go and what I do with you I appreciate. One friend gets you through the day. One friend will never go away. Only one friend who understands, never let you down. Ain't nobody loves you, but you love yourself. As long as you got just one good friend, I don't need nobody else. One friend gets you through the day. Only one friend who understands, never let you down. One friend gets you through the day. One friend never goes away. Only one friend who understands.
become a slave to society. You watch a man as about as what he wants to be. No lies on the man with the dream. We don't have no one if they can't keep the faith. He ain't scared of no one, he will look you right in the face. We don't have no one if they can't keep the faith. He ain't scared of no one, he will look you right in your face. Come on, all eyes on the man with the dream. Well, he's the right river that he sees. Swimming as hard as he can to get hold of that dream. All eyes on the man with the dream. Money is the great way to lose track of yourself. And don't forget that there is more than money to wealth. Turn your eyes away from greed. And all eyes on the man with the dream. Well, he don't ever know one if they can't keep the faith. And he ain't scared of no one, he will look right in the face. Well, he don't ever know one if they can't keep the faith. He ain't scared of no one, he will look you right in your beautiful face. Yeah. Thank you very much. We're Spirit Collective.
All right, so we are very happy to be out tonight playing for the Standing Rock fundraiser. This is a crux moment in the history of this country. You know, a lot of bad shit's going down, and we can make positive sound about it. We are experiencing some technical difficulties, but we will play through for you.
Some men say man is made out of mud. Poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood, skin and bone. The mind that's hard and the back that's strong. 16 tons and what is it? Another day older and deeper in debt. The Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. Oh, my soul to the company store. One morning the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I went to the mine. It was 16 tons, number 9 coal. Sure about said, well, bless my soul. 16 tons and 40 gas. Another day older and deeper in debt. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. Oh, my soul to the company store, you know. So one morning the drizzling rain, I'm fighting in the trouble that my little pain. Raised in the game and I know mama hound ain't no man. Push me around, 16 tons and 20 gas. Another day older and deeper in debt. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. Oh, my soul to the company store. Come on. Oh, feel on that good girl, a lot of men died. A lot of men did, and a lot of men died. I was one Mr. Iron, good still. Well, don't give me the left one will. 16 tons and 40 gas. Another day older and deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. Oh, my soul to the company store. Say, 16 tons and 40 gas. Another day older and deeper in debt. I said, Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. Oh, my soul, company store, you know, 16 tons, 40 gas. Why 16 tons and 40 gas. Another day older and deeper in debt. 16 tons and 40 gas. Another day older and deeper in debt. 16 tons and 40 gas. Another day older and
You know what I mean? 16 tons and 40
Thank
nosotros sin ellos simplemente no habría razón. Escucha, aquí hay inspiración de la gente bonita del pueblo que sabe para dónde ir. Papirubabari, parari, parararirarirarirarirarari, parararirarirarirarirarari, parararirarirarirarirarari. Como las flores elevándose al sol de la vida, los colores te envuelven en calidad de la música que viene a despertarte ahora. Bajando viene la gota de agua tocando la tierra, fertilizando con pasión. Esta es nuestra tierra, música viva del corazón. Esta es nuestra tierra, esta es nuestra tierra. This is our land. Y sin embargo hemos resistido, siempre fue de despojarnos de la radical loca, no despojarnos de la herencia sabatina. Por los genes circula la sangre infinita del fuego, conocimiento del amor. Esta es nuestra tierra y asegura de la verdad. Esta es nuestra tierra, esta es nuestra tierra. Esta es nuestra tierra. So if you know where you come from, then you know where are you going, right? Yeah. So we are here standing in the standing rock. But we come from the sun and the fire and the stars, and nobody's gonna stop us, never. We're gonna change here. ¿De dónde viene la melodía? ¿Para dónde va? ¿Qué sería de nosotros sin ella? Simplemente no habría razón. Escucha, aquí hay inspiración de la gente bonita de mi pueblo que sabe para dónde ir. Papirubabari, parari, parararirarirarirarirarari, parararirarirarirarirarari, Oh no, no, poderes del mundo dejen de combatir por absurda ambición. El desarrollo no es material, es un estado de conciencia mental. Envían a 1000 hombres a combatir y los liquidan con un botón, sin siquiera saber cuál es la razón. Vamos a buscar comunión. Oh, no, 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 no. Yo no quiero ir a la guerra. Oh, no, 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 no. Porque la guerra nos da pena. Millones invertidos en máquinas de matar, no encuentran la paz ni la encontrarán. Ríos de sangre y de frustración corren por la historia de Babilón. Pueblos hermanos que luchan entre sí, matándose en nombre de su Dios. Olvidan la divina unión, prefiriendo la segregación. Oh, no, 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 no. Yo no quiero ir a la guerra. Oh, no, 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 no. Porque la guerra nos da pena. Yo sé que esto va a cambiar. Yo sé que se iluminará. Yo sé que tú lo entenderás cuando abras tu mente y dejes entrar la verdad. Oh, no, 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 no. Yo no quiero ir a la guerra. No, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Porque la guerra nos da pena. Yo sé que esto va a cambiar. Yo sé que se iluminará. Yo sé que tú lo entenderás cuando abras tu mente y dejes entrar la verdad. Ay, oh, 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 oh. Ay, aman, ay, Rastafari, yeah. Ay, oh, 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 oh. Y también soy hijo de su gusto. Ay, oh, 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 oh. Ay, aman, ay, Rastafari, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ay, oh, 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 oh. Y también soy hijo de su gusto. Na, 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 na. Yo también soy hijo del sol, de la luna, de las estrellas, toda la esencia divina vive en mi Señor. Yo también soy hijo de la Pachamama. Soy hijo de la Pachamama. My mother earth feeds me every day. My mother earth feeds me every day. I
belong to her. Thanks so much. This is Spirit Collective, and I think we have one more song, and we had a lot of technical problems tonight. I mean, it's amazing. Oh my God. It was really hard to figure out this, but we're doing the best we can do. We're still kind of jamming all the time. This is Spirit Collective, and we're extending rock, and we're sending really good vibes to the people up there. So they're our brothers and our sisters, and they're keeping the fire, because without that fire, we can just be done, we can die. So don't forget where you come from. All the time, every day, look for your roots. So we are the roots, and we gotta take these children and teach them how to live on this earth. Yep. Peace. Peace. Let's go with the jam. G and A. You wanna play this? In ready? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We're not doing burnout.
No. This is the last G. So we're going to jam and we're going to see what happens. G and A, right?
A minor.
Yeah, G.
We are on this journey together, searching for ourselves. We are one spirit. We have nostalgia for when we were one. We remember being one. We have to find when we are one again. One again. One again. We are one again. Right now. Right here. Right now. Right here. Together. Forever. Male or female, we are one. Black or white, yellow or brown, we are one. We are one. People, we are one. Spirit, we are one. Love, we are one. We are made of stardust. Together we are stardust. We are stardust. We are one. Yeah. And we got to get ourselves back to the garden. You know, we don't know. You know, we are one. People now. We are one standing rock with you. Woo!
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming so much.